Future security, in spite of your iniquity. It's Rhyme and Reason 871.
Here's your rhyme and reason. Oh, yeah.
Hey there, Tony here. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that you don't have to look far to find a financial guru who has the solution to all your retirement income problems, right? And oftentimes you're going to hear them say stuff like your future security depends on your present investment, yada, yada, yada. But the future they talk about, I'm going to tell you right now, that's chicken feed. Tiny grains of sand in the amount of time that you have ahead of you. Oh, yeah. So most of that talk about the future security is just a whisper in the wind. You might as well think of it in a whole different way. Now, I should make it clear that your total future security does depend on your present investment, but not an investment of your money or any of your other material assets. It depends on where you invest your soul. Uh-oh, here we go. Now, are you going to sink your soul into the mutual bonds of short-term promises most of the world pursues? There's a question for you. Think about that. Are you going to sink your soul, invest your soul into those mutual bonds of short-term promises most of the world pursues? Yeah, most of the world's going for that stuff. Or are you going to dive into, let's call it a risk-free joint venture with your creator? Uh-oh, I know I just tossed a monkey wrench into your stock portfolio, but you know what? I don't make any apologies for it because there's something important here. And then there's something crucial. It's important what you and I do in this life, no doubt about it, but there's no real protection. You can't protect yourself from rainy days any more than you can stop the rain from falling from the sky. But go ahead and save or invest for those rainy days. That's okay. As long as you realize it only helps a little. Just like someone once said that exercise only helps a little. Who was that? But you know what would be a shame? If you invested wisely, made huge profits and margins, and had plenty of moolah for your so-called retirement. Yeah, that'd be a shame. What? That doesn't sound like a shame. Oh, wait, I didn't finish. I left out the part where you enjoyed your retirement and then died and went to hell. Yeah, that. Yeah, that'd be a shame. I hope you'd agree that would be a shame. More than just a shame, but, using earthly terms. Because one other investment could have been the icing on the cake. One other. That piece de resistance. The everlasting crown of achievement, you could call it. And that's the aforementioned investment of your soul. Now, that's the only investment that's going to last. It's going to bring you the returns you want forever. Have you made that investment? And do you have that sense of future security that, stockbrokers and everybody will tell you need to have? Or maybe you think you're just headed toward total nothingness. Maybe that's all you think you have ahead of you, and you got to make everything here and now count. And maybe you think people like me are just simpletons, we bow down to some invisible nobody. Yeah, of course, you can put your faith in you if you want to. At least you're somebody you can see, right? And you can put your faith in your way with words or your money manipulation skills or your physiology. Yeah, you could do that. You could be just like billions of other people on earth. Sure, you could trust in self and ignore truth with a capital T. You could do that. But what do you got to lose? I mean, besides everything, what have you got to lose? I think you'd be swallowed up by life. I'll be swallowed up by life that will never fade away when I leave my body here on an ordinary day. I won't mourn the things I lose because there's so much more to gain, and my spirit will rejoice when I leave this earthly plane. I'll be swallowed up by life, and I'll never more know death. I will just begin to breathe when I breathe my final breath. All right, thank you for tuning into this investment portfolio episode of the Rhyme and Reason podcast. As always, this is Tony, brought to you by TonyFunderburk.com. What a coincidence that is, right? And over at TonyFunderburk.com is where you have access to all the stuff that I sell and sell hard, man. I got to make some money, make those investments. No, you know what I'm saying. That's where you can get my rhymes and reasons and books and music and all kinds of stuff. TonyFunderburk.com brings you the Rhyme and Reason podcast. And over here is where you're going to hear me say, life has rhyme and reason because God made you.
Here's a rhyme and reason.